Sweden deploys Himars and troops on Gotland Island amid Russia tensions. Sweden has deployed armored combat vehicles and 100 armed troops to patrol streets on the island of Gotland in response to increased Russian activity in the region, the country's military said. In a statement late on Thursday, January 13, the military said troops would be deployed to reinforce operations in multiple locations due to increased Russian activity in the Baltic Sea. The deployment comes amid rising jitters in Nordic and Baltic countries about Russia's intentions on its border with Ukraine, and how that could spill over to neighboring countries. Swedish media noted increased Russian naval activity in the Baltic Sea as troops were sent to Gotland. It is clear there is a risk. An attack against Sweden cannot be ruled out. It's important to show we are not naive. Sweden will not be caught napping if something happens. It is important to send signals that we take this situation seriously, Defense Minister Peter Hultqvist told radio station Ekot on Saturday. Russia's deployment of more than 100,000 troops to the Ukrainian border and its harsh diplomatic rhetoric has led Sweden and Finland, both militarily non-aligned, to stress that they retained the option to apply for NATO membership. The three Baltic countries, which are members of NATO, had long urged Sweden to take the security of Gotland more seriously, and Swedish forces, together with a large contingent of U.S. troops, held their biggest exercise for decades in 2017, including an attack on Gotland, which one U.S. general called an unsinkable aircraft carrier. Himars exercises. The M142 high-mobility artillery rocket system, Himars, is the light-wheeled version of the M270 multiple launch rocket system, MLRS, that can precisely strike a target up to 500 kilometers. A U.S. MC-130J Commando II Special Operations aircraft carried a Wisconsin Army National Guard M142 Himars, high-mobility artillery rocket system, long-range artillery system on board. The Himars was promptly unloaded and assembled for firing, then loaded onto the Swedish C-130H and flown to another location in the northern part of the country, escorted by Swedish Air Force Gripen fighters, for a live firing event. The launch was successful. According to the Swedish Armed Forces, within a few minutes, the system was assembled and ready to launch. It was then loaded on board the aircraft again and transported up to northern Sweden to demonstrate live firing. It was the first time this feature was fully exercised. During the ongoing Special Forces exercise, new capabilities and weapon systems have been tested to enhance the joint operational capability in the vicinity of Sweden, said a statement from the Swedish Ministry of Defense. Gotland is Sweden's largest island and one of tens of thousands of islands strategically located in the Baltic Sea. Sweden is a neutral and independent country and not a member of the NATO treaty. However, it follows NATO military procedures and frequently participates in NATO and U.S. bilateral exercises. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.